Here to explain is Houston historian Betty Trapp Chapman. And Betty, I am so excited to chat with you. I just think it's always fascinating to me, these women that have basically been pioneers in their own right, bringing the arts here into Houston. Let's start first with the library.
Well, the women in Houston were very unhappy that by 1900 there was no library here where they could go check out books. And some of them did papers in literary clubs, so they really began to agitate. In fact, women said their logo was educate, agitate, and organize. They finally convinced the city fathers to sponsor a library. They set out to raise the money for a lot, wrote Andrew Carnegie to see if he would give them a building, which he did, $50,000. And then they went out to find...
Which was a lot of money. It's still a lot of money today, but it was a lot of money back then.
And then they set out to find a librarian. They found a young woman named Julia Addison, who had been in the first library science course at the University of Texas.
We have her picture.
She was
so the first librarian in Houston was a woman.
Yes, it was, the first head librarian. And what she did, though, was set out, we needed a new building by 1925. Houston was always outgrowing its buildings. And so she went all around the country looking at libraries because she said not only did a library need to be functional, it needed to be beautiful. She came back to Houston. An architectural firm from Boston was hired, and they built the building that we have downtown today that bears her name. It's the Julia Addison Building. It's worth a trip downtown to walk through the building. It is truly one of our architectural treasures.
So put that on your list if you have not done that. Spend a little time at the library. Now you know the backstory as to why the name is on the library. So I do want to move on to the Museum of Fine Arts. Let's start first with Emma Richardson Cherry.
All right. There was another group of women who were unhappy that art was not being taught in the public schools. So in 1900, Emma Richardson Cherry, who was a professionally trained artist, probably Houston's first, and some teachers got together. They organized the Public School Art League, and they bought inexpensive prints, took them to the schools, taught the children about them. That merged into or became the Houston Art League, and in 1925 the Museum of Fine Arts opened. And they date their origins to the Public School Art League from these artists and teachers who just wanted children to know about fine art.
Oh, I love that story. Now let's move on to Annette Finnegan.
All right, Annette Finnegan, you see here in her graduation gown from Wellesley. She was one of 2 Texas students in 1894 to be at Wellesley.
I'm loving this graduation outfit, by the way.
Grew up here in Houston. She was a suffrage leader, Houston's first leader of suffrage activities. But what she really did later in life, she was one of the first real philanthropists to the arts in Houston. During the 1930s, this new museum could not really buy objects, so she went to Europe, had inherited wealth, bought what the museum needed, and their early collections were largely due to Annette Finnegan, and there's still many of her things on permanent exhibit at the Museum of Fine Arts today.
Oh, I just love that. Now let's move on to a name I think a lot of folks might have heard, Ima Hogg.
Yes, Ima Hogg's name is familiar. Many of these women's names are not familiar.
Yeah, because I would say Emma Richardson Cherry and Annette Finnegan may not be named.
She was a trained pianist, but instead of pursuing a career in concert music, she became a member of a music club here in Houston, and this group of women in the music clubs were concerned that Houston did not have a symphony orchestra, and this was 1917. Other cities were beginning to build one. So they decided they were going to do something about it. These women's music clubs came together. They found 35 musicians in Houston who were maybe not all professional, but they came together as a group. And in 1917, on a very warm June afternoon, they gave the first concert in what was then the Majestic Theater on Texas Avenue. That was the birth of the Houston Symphony Orchestra, because these women felt like we needed our own community orchestra.
So let's move on to Nina Vance.
Nina Vance is maybe a more familiar name because hers is a little more recent. She was a teacher of drama in a high school here in Houston and felt like Houston deserved to have a professional theater. And so she sent out postcards to people and said, if you're interested in this, let's have a meeting. She said she had $2.14 in her purse, so she bought 214 postcards, sent out the cards. Huge crowd turned up, and they said, yes, let's do this. They found a place they could produce their first drama in a building on Main Street down an alley. And that is how the Alley Theater came to be named. And of course, Nina Vance took it to great heights as long as she lived. And it is considered, of course, a very fine resident theater in the theater arts.
It is a fabulous theater. Now let's move on to Edna Saunders.
Edna Saunders is a person that people really don't know her name, but Edna Saunders, as a very young woman, was approached by the city government in 1917 to be the booking agent for the new city auditorium. Her father, who had been mayor of Houston, said, no, that's no job for a lady, you can't do that. But fortunately, Edna Saunders did not obey her father, and she did become, for the next 50 years, Edna Saunders brought world-class acts, Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo, Metropolitan Opera, famous instrumentalist, vocalist, drama to Houston for 50 years. And I am convinced that that is how we have developed such an appreciative audience for the arts in Houston, because we have it.
Credit all the women.
And
credit the women.
Edna Saunders' portrait is in Jones Hall. The Green Room is named after her.
Oh, Betty, thank you so much for joining us. It's been so interesting.